Welcome to the Via Stoica podcast. This is the Stoic Quotes edition. Today we're going to look at a Stoic quote by Seneca from his letters to Lucilius. So you can check those out as well. I will give you the reference so you can go and read the full letter if you want. And it's a really interesting one. It's on the healing power of the mind, that letter. There's a lot of information, a lot of power packed in it. But this one quote that we have that gives us some support in life, and also to give us some companionship with others. But we'll get into that as we get on the quote. I wanted to remind you as well that we have a lot of quotes, probably the largest database of verified Stoic quotes out there on the internet. You can check them out on viastoica.com, where we have Seneca quotes, Epictetus quotes, Marcus Aurelius quotes, and we also have the regular episodes on this podcast on Tuesdays, and these will be on Fridays. Check those out and make sure to like and subscribe as well. That's something that we have to say here, but it would be really appreciated. And if you have some comments, please leave us with them as well. Love to read them. But here is the quote again. This is from my lovely edition, like this cover, The Letters of a Stoic, 78. So this comes from letter 78. It's a beautiful one, and the quote goes like this: "There are times when even to live is an act of bravery." And in some other translations, for sometimes it is an act of bravery even to live. This is a harsh one, right? But it's something that we all can relate to, I guess. I can, because life is difficult. That's pretty much what he's saying. And sometimes just even to be alive is an act of bravery, right? We don't choose to be thrown into this world and have to deal with all these things. And sometimes just being here is already difficult enough. And that's why, we can relate to all the people around us, because everybody's going through the same thing. Everybody's going through life. We have different details, different things that happen to us, specifics and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we're all just trying to do our best and make it happen and get through the day in some cases, or get through the month or the year. And that's why he's really trying to remind us of that. Seneca is to, life is difficult. Sometimes it's even just, we need that courage, right? That bravery, and courage being one of the four virtues. We need that to just keep going, to just keep doing our best. And it also add to some feelings of compassion, to ourselves, to be a little bit more kind to ourselves when things go, hard and difficult, and we might not have made the right decision. Don't go and beat yourself up about it. Just do your best. You look at yourself in the mirror and say, have I done my best? Have I tried to do everything I could? And if you have, then there's no need to be angry at yourself. There's no need to really look and talk yourself down, because that's what happens when we allow those negative thoughts to take over. That's why one of the things, one of the reasons Stoicism is a foundation of CBT, right? Cognitive behavioral therapy and REBT, is because we have those thoughts, right? Those beliefs that are often fueled by how we view ourselves and how we view ourselves in relationship to the world around us. And that's why Seneca says, things happen, things go bad, right? But sometimes it's just to be alive is courageous. And that's what we've got to remember. That's what we've got to remind ourselves of as well when we are dealing with those difficult situations. That we say, hey, you know what? I'm here. I'm just going to make the best of it. I'm just going to do my best and see what happens. And then in whatever role I'm in, that can also help you if you identify the role that you're in, that you're supposed to, take on in that situation. Say, okay, what am I supposed to do here? Without taking on too much extra, because that can often complicate a situation when we feel that we have to do all these other things, and when we have to feel like I'm responsible for this, for that. No, focus on what the moment demands of you, what the role that demands of you, what you are, acting out on in this very instant. Are you a dad? Are you a mother? Are you a brother or a sister, an employee? Are you just, a teammate in some kind of sports? Are you just a human being? And that's something that we have to keep in mind. So remember, sometimes even to live is just an act of bravery or courage. And that's a reason why courage is one of the four cardinal virtues, right next to wisdom, justice, and temperance. Because it's all encompassing. We need this in all of our actions, to make sure that once we know what the right thing to do is, we do it. Even if it's difficult, even if it's something that we prefer not to do. Right? Because sometimes we have our wants and our aversions that drive us to a certain direction, but then fate comes. And if you read Seneca's letters, he's not a big fan of fate, right? Of fortune, because he knows that fate often does a lot of things that we don't want to happen, right? Or things that we want to happen don't happen. And that's why he says, just to be able to live is an act of bravery. And that's why courage is there. Courage and bravery, we need them, right? Because we know that life It's a precious thing. We are here right now, and we have to live it. So I think it's a powerful lesson for us when you're going through a difficult time to remind yourself, hey, you know what? I'm here. I'm dealing with it. That's courage. That takes real courage. And again, if you're struggling with this, we do offer free coaching. We have on our website, you can book a free consultation with us. We don't offer free coaching, but we have a free consultation that you can book for 30 minutes, and then we can see how we can help you. Maybe you can subscribe to a coaching package, or there are workshops, or maybe with that 30 minutes, the website or the podcast is sufficient for now. But we are there to help you. So you can go to viastoica.com, see all the things that we have to offer to help you. We have the regular episodes on Tuesdays. We have more quotes on the website. You can go to viastoica.com, check out the Epictetus quotes, Marcus Aurelius quotes, or the Seneca quotes. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to, like, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. And if you have some comments, if you have some things that you wish to share, please feel free to do so. We love to read them and see them in the comments under the YouTube channel, or Spotify or Apple. Anyway, for now, thank you very much for being here. And remember, you're here, you're courageous, because sometimes that's all that life asks us, just to be a little bit courageous. So thank you very much, and I'll see you the next time.